Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I am Cynthia Ortiz and today we will be going over ways to make 4 and 5. So before we get into that, we have to remember that sum is the answer to an addition problem. So for this lesson, we are going to find ways to make the sum 4 and 5. Okay, we need to ask ourselves, what two parts can make 4? And what two parts can make 5, okay? So let's get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and start by getting the sum of 4. Now, when you are adding, your two parts need to be smaller than your sum, okay? If I were to put 5 and 1 here, that wouldn't make sense because 5 is bigger than 4. I can't add two parts and get something smaller. It's going to always be something bigger, okay? So let's go ahead and find two parts that equal 4. How about we start with 0, okay? Let's go ahead and write 0. 0 plus what equals 4? So I'm going to hold a fist and say 0 and jump up until I say the number 4. Now, after I've reached the number 4, I'm going to count my fingers to see how many I had to jump up in order to get to 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and try it. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I said 4. Now, how many fingers did it take to jump up from 0 to 4? Let's go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know that 0 plus 4 equals 4. And if you remember, a number plus 0 is that number. Or 0 plus a number is that number. Okay? So we already found out that 0 plus 4 equals 4. Let's go ahead and try another one. Okay? So I like to count up from 0 all the way up until I reach 4. Okay? So 0, 1. Okay, 1 is my next number. So I'm going to try to add 1 to something to give me 4. So let's hold a fist and jump up until we say 4. And then we count how many fingers it took to get from 1 to 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. How many fingers is that? 1, 2, 3. So I know that 1 plus 3 equals 4. Let's go ahead and try another one. 0, 1, 2. Okay, so I'm going to start with 2. 2 plus what equals 4? Let's go ahead and hold our fist and say 2. Jump up until we say 4 and see how many fingers it took, okay? 2, 3, 4. How many fingers is that? 2. So I know that 2 plus 2 equals 4. Okay, so we've tried 0, 1, 2. Now we're going to try 3. Okay, so 3 plus what equals 4? I'm going to hold a fist and say 3 and jump up until I get 4. 3, 4. My answer is 1. Okay, so now it's time for the big secret. This is how I know that I'm done checking to see if anything plus anything equals 4, okay? So, if you can see up here, I have 1 plus 3 equals 4. Down here, I have 3 plus 1 equals 4. That means that these are the same, right? 1 plus 3, 3 plus 1, all they did was flip them. When you have a problem that you can flip and get something that you already wrote, that means you're done. You do not have to move on because if you see, the next number I get would be 4 plus what equals 4? It would be 4 plus 0. I already wrote that up here, 0 plus 4, right? All I would be doing is flipping it. So you know that you are done when you could take a problem and flip it and get something that you already have up here, okay? So we've already gone over how to find the sum of 4. Now I'm going to show you how to find the sum of 5, but I'm going to show you through a T-chart, okay? This is something I love to use to organize my work and better see what plus what equals 5, okay? So you can do it the way you did it with the 4, but I like to use the T-chart. So it is really up to you. I have 0 plus what equals 5. 1 plus what equals 5, and so on. Now, I stopped at 5 because if I were to put anything bigger than 5, my sum would be bigger than 5. So I don't want a sum bigger than 5, right? I want my sum to be 5. So let's go ahead and find those different parts to make 5. 0 plus what equals 5? Let's hold a fist and say 0 and jump up until we say 5. Then we will see how many fingers it took to jump up to 5. Okay, ready? Begin. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many fingers did it take to jump from 0 to 5? 5. Very good. So that means that 0 plus 5 equals 5. Let's go ahead and try 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many fingers is that? 4. 1 plus 4 equals 5. Ready for 2? 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 3, 3, 4, 5. 3 plus 2 equals 5. Okay, 4. 4, 5. 4 plus 1 equals 5. Okay, do you remember that secret we talked about when finding the sum of 4? If I have two parts and I can flip them to get something I already have up here, then I'm done. So I noticed that I have 4 plus 1, and up here I have 1 plus 4. Aren't these the same parts as these down here, only flipped? Yes, they are. So that means I'm done, okay? If I didn't catch that, I could keep going, but then I would just have 5 plus 0, which I already have up here, okay? Very good. Okay, so now let's look at a word problem and see if we get the sum of 4 or 5, okay? It says, at the farm, there are 2 pigs. There are 2 cows. How many animals are there in all? So I'm going to circle what I already know. I know there are 2 pigs and 2 cows. I want to know how many animals there are in all. And I already know that in all means to add. So I have already set up my addition number sentence. I have part plus part equals whole, right? So let's see what my 2 parts are. I have 2 and 2. So let's write 2 and 2. So I'm going to hold up a fist and say 2 and jump up 2 more. Ready? 2, 3, 4. My sum is 4. Very good. Let's go ahead and take a look at another example. This example says, there is 1 student working on math. 3 students are reading. How many students are there in all? So let's go ahead and start by circling what we already know. I know that. How many students are working on math? 1. Good. So let's circle 1 student. Now, how many students are reading? 3. Good. Let's circle 3. I want to know how many students are there in all. And I know that in all means to add. Awesome. So I'm going to take my 1 and 3 and put them where they belong in my vertical addition number sentence. Okay? So I have 1 and I have 3. Now let's go ahead and add these to find my whole. Ready? I start with 1 and jump up 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So after jumping up 3, I got 4. Very good. The sum of 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay, this example says 3 children are eating ice cream. 2 children are eating cake. How many children are eating in all? So I want to circle what I already know. I know that how many children are eating ice cream? 3. 3 children. How many are eating cake? 2. 2 children. I'm circling what I already know. And I want to know how many children are eating in all. In all means to add. So let's go ahead and take our 2 parts and write them where they belong in our addition number sentence. I have 3 and 2. 3 plus 2 equals what whole? Ready? 3, 4, 5. Very good. The sum of 3 plus 2 is 5. Awesome. Okay guys, so that ends our lesson on ways to make 4 and 5. I hope that this lesson helped you very much. Please make sure to give it a like and don't forget to subscribe for more learning videos. Bye guys!